Hi everyone, welcome back to another Cut Up with Chris. It's been a couple of days, as you can see, looking rough as shit. It's doing my head in. Got a couple of little, I think they were ingrowns, I'm not 100% sure, they might have just been a couple of little spots, but I think there were a couple of ingrowns. I think I sorted them, they're just a little bit red, I've just had a shower. So I'm going to be doing a shave using a soap, or should I say a cream, which is pretty much from the very beginning when I started. I think this was actually part of my first ever purchase for traditional wet shaving 2 years ago, June 2016, and that is Omega shaving cream, made in Italy. Now the ingredients list on this are not the best really in comparison to what you can get out there from artisans, but it's not a million miles away from being good for you in terms of what skin foods and things are in it, and it's a pretty good performing cream. Now the reason I'm pulling this one back out is one of the subscribers or one of the viewers mentioned that, or wanted to know whether I thought that it leaves a milky white film on my razors. So I'm going to use it today and just see how it sort of deals with the razor, whether it actually leaves marks. Now, I polish, clean, rinse, scrub with a toothbrush my gear after every shave, so there's never really any residue on my stuff, but obviously some people out there just rinse under the water and put it to the side and then use it the next day until the blade's done and they put a new blade in. So some people might find that some of the soaps stick to the razors. We'll soon find out today if that is the case with this one. Just straight away, wet the face. Now I was going to bowl lather, but I've never used this cream the way I'm going to use it now, so I don't think I have anyway. So what I'm going to do is just squirt a reasonable amount on my finger. I mean, that's loads, it's way more than you really need for a shave. I'm just going to rub it all over. Now this is just pretty much menthol scent or mentholated with a bit of eucalyptus. If you like Proraso green, this is pretty much Proraso green. I'm just trying to think if Proraso are part of Omega or if Proraso make it for Omega, I can't remember. But I think it's pretty much the same stuff that's in the Seal Bigelow in the Proraso green as well. It's got a lovely sort of barbershop menthol eucalyptus thing going on. And it's a really nice cream. I've used it for head shaves several times, especially in the beginning. It's very slick, it gives you pretty good protection, and it's got that menthol kick as well. So what I've done is I've rubbed that all over my face, as you can see, and now what I'm going to do is I'm going to be using my Aftershave Abalone brush, which was just recently repolished by Milton over at Turn and Shave. There was a few little marks here and there on it, and it was a little bit scratched and scuffed up. It looks brand new, it looks like it came right out of Aftershave's workshop now. Even the bottom where there was a few scratches round about the Aftershave coin on this bit round here, he's pretty much got rid of all of that as well. It's a beautiful brush, and it's now probably one of my favourites in the den, if I'm honest. I love the colours, I love the knot, the handle shape, everything about it is just stunning. So I'll just flick out most of the excess. As you can see, the tips have all sort of stuck together now. There's a bit of water in here, and then just paint the water in. Like I say, I've never lathered like this before with Omega, I don't think. I might have done, but I don't think I have. So the same process as I do with when I load from a tub. Pretty much painting the water in. As you can see, it's still quite white until it goes translucent. I pretty much want it all to look like that. Which shouldn't take too long, it looks like it's pretty much there already. This is an excellent way to build a lather if you're new to this way of shaving, a way of using a brushing cream. For me, this is probably one of the easiest ways to actually create a lather. Just keep painting the water in, keep painting and painting. Eventually it'll get to a point where it won't go white anymore, so that's still whitening back up again, where it'll stay quite translucent. So it's still quite white. Like I say, I put quite a lot of cream on. The reason I know there's still a lot of cream in there, you can see how it's holding the tips of the brush together. And again. So we're slowly getting there. Takes a little bit longer, especially considering I put so much cream on. It does take a little bit longer, but persevere with it, don't rush into it. The lather or the load, once it starts going translucent, that's telling you that it's ready to display your brush and get stuck into actually whipping up the lather. And it does take a bit of time. I enjoy lathering. I think it's, for me, it's the most enjoyable part of the shave. I enjoy seeing what I can get out of soaps and creams. So I can see now, that you can see the brush is actually starting to sort of split up a little bit. It's not quite as pasty. So maybe just a couple of more dips and then we'll be good to display. So what's happening right now is the actual load that has entered the brush into the fibres is starting to loosen up now. I can feel the difference in the knot on my face now. It feels a little bit softer, a little less dense. And you can see now it's starting to split. So this will probably be the last dip. So you're probably looking at this thinking, well, that looks like shit, it looks really watery, how are you going to get a lather from that? So that's as much water as I want in there now. You can see how translucent that is all over the place. Now, all you do now, display the brush and watch the magic work. This will work with every soap and cream on the market. This doesn't even need any extra water. This lather will be spot on by the time I'm finished with this. Look at that. It's practically, in my opinion, a foolproof way of lathering, especially with a synthetic brush. It doesn't work quite as well with natural hair brushes, but if you've got a synthetic, you will, I mean, look at that. You will create a phenomenal lather with this technique. Now, I'm not saying this is my technique and I've invented it, and I'm not sure whether other guys out there have been doing this for years, and I've never come across it on YouTube at least. It seems to be something I've stumbled across through trial and error and trying to create a great lather. I mean, you cannot grumble with this. It works every time. It's never not worked for me. Whether I'm using natural hair or synthetic, with natural hair brushes, not quite as good, but it still works. You will create a great lather as long as your cream or soap is good enough to actually deal with the water and actually create a lather for you. Right, the Karve Christopher Bradley razor, surprise, surprise. With the C plate, which is the only plate I own, it's a 0.85 blade gap. If you want to see reviews on this razor from me, go back through my last 40 shaves and it's pretty much been used in every shave. Absolutely superb razor, solid brass construction. There is a stainless steel one on the way, hopefully by the end of the year, and then there will be a titanium one as well. And I believe the first stainless steel will be pretty much the exact same design as this, just different metal. And then he's actually going to try a different sort of styled head as well and try and cover up the tabs and things like that, the overhang. The whole idea of the overhang on this one when he made it was to actually sort of follow the blueprint of the original sort of ones that always had overhang. That was the way they were made. I've got a brand new Gillette Nasset blade in here today and I'm looking forward to this, so here we go. so far, a lovely shave. Now I will say, I don't know whether it's building up on the razor, but it's the actual soap film is building up on the sink pretty bad. I'm actually just going to rinse that off actually now because it's a pain in the ass to get it off afterwards. If I don't get it off straight away, we'll start again. Yeah, it's pretty. Never noticed that before. It doesn't happen generally with high quality artisan soaps, or pretty much any other soap if I'm honest. I would imagine that Proraso Green probably does it as well, I've just never noticed as much. On the razor, let's have a look. Itself. Not really, a little bit, but it's not really noticeable because of the brass, but you can see there, there's not really any build up of anything on there. Right, now the residual slickness on Omega Cream is actually really good. I know that because I use it for head shaves and I get really great head shaves. You can see how dense this lather is as well. It's just beautiful lather. Now, it's not as good as artisan soaps, it's not, but lather's easy, works easy, you can travel with it, it's great stuff. Oh, what a shave. Tell you what, it's performing exceptionally well. Great lather, great slickness, great protection. It's really good stuff. It just doesn't tick all the boxes for good for your skin. There's a couple of things in here that could probably be doing without, but obviously mass produced, generally they have a few things in there to make them last a little bit longer because they can be shelved for a long time, I believe. Just dip the tips there just so you can see how easy this lathers again. This is one of my favourite brushes, this thing now, really is. The knot's phenomenal. Very, very, or should I say the Turn and Shave 26mm Quarterman is extremely similar as well. Superb. Okay, across the grain other direction. The old Nasset blade works a charm in this razor. Really smooth. I have opened up one of these little lumps down here, but for what it is, it's not much. I'm going to finish off with some Maol Grooming. Now, one other great thing with the Omega cream is it's very inexpensive for what you get. Super smooth. Now, post shave is okay. I can feel it's a little bit dry already. But it's not like unbearably dry, it just doesn't feel as moisturised as it does from a good artisan soap. I don't get that same impression from it. Just going to clean the brush out before all this soap starts sticking to the fibres and sticking to the brush handle still. Yeah, it's great cream. I can't argue with it. I've had it for a long time. I've had this for over 2 years. It smells exactly like it did 2 years ago. It does exactly the same thing as it did 2 years ago. And it gives you a great, close, comfortable, slick, smooth shave. Beautiful. Alrighty, let's finish off now with a little bit of Maol Grooming. I didn't know what scent to go with. It's menthol and eucalyptus. It's quite a hard scent to pair with anything that I've got from Maol Grooming. So I went with one of my favourites, which is the Heliopteris from maolgrooming.com, and this one is his fougere, Heliopteris being sunfern. Yeah, it's a little bit dry, I tell you. It feels a little bit dry. It feels like moisturised, but it's not. Now this one's got a beautiful scent to it. All of his scents have got great scent strength. The lime one obviously dissipates faster, but this one lingers around for a few hours, which is nice. Don't use it if you're going to put on a nice cologne or anything afterwards. If you were going to put a nice cologne on, I'd go with a lime, no matter what you were using, because that scent will dissipate a lot faster than the other three. This one does have a beautiful sort of floral, woodsy, dark, sweet. It's all over the place, this scent, but it's really nice. 1, 2, 3, 3 splashes, and it is also frosted, so there's a good crack of menthol in here as well. Oh. Now this scent, I would say probably smells better with the menthol in it. It actually enhances the scent, I believe. From the scent out of the bottle, when the menthol sort of starts evaporating, my skin's ice cold already. It really mingles beautifully with the fougere scent, and it works great. You know, I've got this little weeper down here, but that'll heal up. But other than that, beautiful cooling menthol, and it's just chock-a-block full of awesome skin foods. Amazing, amazing splash. It'll pretty much eradicate everything else in my den. It seems to be that this helps with ingrown hairs, it helps with redness, it helps with cuts, nicks, bumps, weepers, you name it. It seems to help. It makes my skin feel better and it looks better, my skin, than it has done for a long time, obviously. Minus these two little red marks down here, but the rest of it hasn't looked this good for a long time, so I'm really impressed with this splash. I think it really does wonders. Omega shaving cream. Great shaving cream. I did it today by rubbing it all over my face and then lathering it up, and it worked absolutely spot on. If you follow that technique of painting water and just keep painting in, spend a bit of time painting that water in, and all of a sudden you'll have so much water in the brush, once you start splaying the brush and creating the lather, especially with this stuff, you won't have to add any more water. There was no more water added until the third pass, just to show that you can build it again from that point. But superb little cream, and obviously this makes a big difference. So this has got a 24mm black wolf knot in here. I'm not sure what the actual type of knot is. It's almost like a hybrid fan between a ultra fan and a standard fan, but it's beautiful and soft. It's an absolutely stunning knot. Set inside probably the nicest handle in my den, really. I absolutely love the handle on this, and I've got some beautiful brushes, as you guys know, but that's very close to being number one, if not already number one. The Karve Christopher Bradley razor, superb, absolutely superb, smooth, comfortable, efficient, hardly any blade feel, but enough that you can actually just feel it. It is absolutely superb. I really enjoyed that shave today. Brand new Nasset blade as well. And other than that, you guys stay safe, drive safe, don't drink and drive, and I'll catch you guys in the next shave. Cheers.